Hello YouTubers, Doom143. I'm back with a contest entry into the chinest 100 sub contest. First of all, huge congratulations on making 100 subs. What, you do it like 6 weeks or something like that? Huge congratulations, great guy. You can tell he has a devotion to his comic books that I just exceptionally love. I love his weekly hauls. He does them raw, not in any type of mylar or backboards. And he does it. He'll even show the open pages and stuff like that, which is really awesome because you get to see the exterior art and the interior art. He's one of those guys that I like to listen to because he takes the time to read his books and, kind of gives a little bit input into it. So, for people like myself who sometimes get a little lazy, it's good to kind of just hear what happens in the comics, and if there's anything substantial, I definitely can go pick it up. And if there's like a first appearance or something like that, definitely well deserved. Pretty easy contest. He had two options. Either you can show your very first comic ever, or you can show a comic that if you were kind of on the hiatus for a little while from comic book collecting, what comic book brought you back? And so this is it. This is Mighty Avengers number 3, the variant. So back in the day, I used to be really big into Facebook, and of course, one of the guys that I was sub to because I'm a huge music guy. Absolutely love music. The first band that I was instantly in love with from when I was a kid was Def Leppard, and they still have definitely a place in my heart as far as music goes. And Def Leppard was definitely a band that I will keep with me, because it was like my first tape that I ever got, my first cassette tape, and I got it with my first Walkman ever. And man, I could listen to every song over and over. I didn't have to skip anything. I could just listen front and back of the cassette, and it was awesome. Anyway, as time grew on, my passion for music turned into DJing. Me and my friends, we actually had a club at one point, and I used to DJ over there in the club that we owned. Um, and so it was really fun. And then my passion for music, not only at that time when I was DJing, a lot of it was just beats, and what would make the floor go crazy and what would people like to just dance to. But when I stopped DJing, basically my passion for music became more about like lyrics. And I just remember working one day and hearing a song with Dr. Dre and Eminem on it, and I had to find out who this guy was that was rapping, and I had to know who it was. I heard it on the radio, and I'm like, okay, I know this is Dr. Dre, but I don't know who this other person, this other rapper is, because I'm huge into lyrics. That's why I'm not a big fan of people like Nicki Minaj and all this fucking panda shit, because I don't know what they're talking about. It makes no sense to me. But Eminem, I mean, the verses that he spits and the way he puts them together, and the guy's a freaking genius. Like, he's literally a lyrical genius. He has a song called Rap God, and he literally is like, I mean, there's guys out there in the rap community that says that he is definitely the top of the game, and even though he's kind of out of it now, he is definitely going to go down in history as one of the best, if not the best rapper to have ever pretty much touched the game. So, and there's a lot of great ones, but this is not me talking. This is like a literal documentary that I saw that, these legends in the community were saying that Eminem, they wouldn't even dare touch Eminem. I mean, look at people like Ja Rule who tried to go against Eminem. I mean, has Ja Rule even come out with anything since? I mean, he's he's gone, man. That's what you get for effing with the master. But anyway, so I found out that Eminem is a huge comic collector, and so he has like crazy books. His collection has never been shown to the public, but he literally has a safe, like a huge vault, and it has like the craziest comic collection. If you guys ever seen him, he his clothes is pretty simple. He rocks a lot of Nike stuff. He keeps it simple because he spends a lot of his money on his kids, and a good portion of his money is actually spent on comic books. And he's actually a great artist too. Not a lot of his art has been leaked out, but some of the stuff that I've seen, and he draws superheroes. And so I found out that he's going to be on a comic, and I wasn't collecting comics at that time, but it was kind of cool to think that my favorite artist was also a comic collector, like myself back in the days. And so I found out he was coming out with a comic, and this is it. And I instantly ran to like the nearest comic book store that I was close to. Like I said, I wasn't collecting comics at the time. I was collecting more into football cards, sports cards, and stuff. And since and I kind of went back into it, and man, I've held on to this thing. This is like one of the top 5 comics I won't let go. This comic is literally, it's literally my AF-15 is my number 1. I will never let go, and this is actually number 2. So like, you know, it's very I don't know. I'm just really into music, and I'm really into the lyrics, and this guy has helped me out through some crazy times in my life. Like just putting the headphones on and just kind of just listening to him, just kind of music and whatnot. It helps. It has definitely been therapy for me for many years. Not that I have anything wrong, but definitely during the hard times and times that I needed to step up my game as just a person in general. Eminem has definitely been a huge part of that. So yeah, that's about it, chinest. Again, congratulations, man. You know, you're doing a great job. I love the stuff that you've been putting out. I love your variety as far as trade paperback versus comics versus, you know, just talking about whatever. I really like YouTubers that actually talk about their comics and talk about, you know, it just helps me to be a better collector, and I really appreciate stuff like that. So you're definitely one of those people in the community. You know, you don't, not that I don't mind just seeing people's hauls. You know, some people, they just show what they got and stuff, but when someone takes the time to educate me, I really appreciate that. So thank you very much. You're doing an awesome job. I hope you get a lot of entries. So if you're watching this right now, and you know you're not too sure about Chinest and his 100 sub, and if you haven't done it, you have until January 14th. Today's the 7th. You got 7 days left. Go ahead, support the guys, support the new guys in the community, which is kind of weird for me to say that because I've only been here for 6 months. But yeah, go ahead and support the new guys. These guys are awesome, man, and thank you so much for having this contest. Huge mahalos, congratulations, and as always, shoots.